My favorite horror franchise is Scream. Let's rank all 6 Scream movies. Hello guys, this is J Mary here and today we're gonna talk about the Scream movies. We're gonna rank all the 6 Scream movies from the original from 1996 to the new one that recently came out, Scream 6. It is gonna be a very interesting ranking, I think. I'm actually a big Scream fan. I love these movies. And I also want to say, none of these movies I would consider a bad movie. They are all solid movies, but 3 of them are certainly, in my opinion at least, horror masterpieces. And the other 3 I can enjoy also. Like I said, I'm a big Scream fan. I'm watching these movies since I'm a very young, actually a kid even. Started watching horror at a very young age. So, and these movies, especially the first 3, yeah, I watch those often. So, let's do it. Let's rank the Scream movies. Yeah, someone has to be on the last place, and that's for Scream 5. Like I said before, I think they are all solid movies. Scream 5 is also a very solid movie. I even enjoyed Scream 5 for the majority. I think when I first saw it in the theaters, the first act, the middle part, that was excellent. Really cool kills. I was very intrigued to where the story was going. But the problem I have with Scream 5 is the third act. Once we got to the killer reveal, I think the movie disappointed me. It was like the whole movie was teasing to something big. We're gonna do something new with this franchise. And once we see the mask go off on the killers, yeah, then we realize this is the same old again. It is exactly the same thing we have seen so many times. It's starting fresh again. So, it's what I really expected a surprise, and I did not get that. So I left the theater disappointed after Scream 5, but like I said before, it's still a solid movie. I have problems with the Scream 5 movie, but still think it's an okay movie. It certainly is a great Scream movie because of the kills. But it's my last place. Just above that, we have Scream 3, the third Scream movie, and the weakest of the Craven Scream movies. This was always been my least favorite Scream movie till the 5th game. And why it's my least favorite is because this movie feels a bit goofy at times. It's not as serious as it was like in 1 and 2. It's a bit more comedic, a bit too much meta, like with all the cameos, we going to the Stab 3 setting. So, yeah, sometimes I feel like this is a bit goofy. Also, the third act, the killer reveal is good, but it goes on too long. I think the killer overstayed his welcome a bit too much with his never-ending speech and explanation. But besides that, I actually enjoy Scream 3. The kills are good, there is still suspense. You can tell Craven directed this movie. So yeah, it's not a great Scream movie, but still a good Scream movie. It's a Scream movie I would never skip if I do a marathon, because I have my fun with it. Even the goofy stuff makes it also a bit fun, but not great. So it's coming at number 5. At number 4, we have the new one, Scream 6. I did a whole review on this movie. Please check out the review if you want to hear it all what I have to say. I can tell you in short here, Scream 6 is very enjoyable. I enjoyed it a lot. It had brutal kills. Really loved the setting of New York. The movie feels fresh. Really love the return of Kirby. Kirby makes this movie great, so yeah, sometimes a bit too much melodrama between the kill scenes. but I think Scream 6 is a very enjoyable movie. So from now on, the top 3, I consider 3 horror masterpieces. Those are my 3 favorite Scream movies, and one of my favorite horror movies of all time, actually. And at number 3, the third spot, we have the second one, Scream 2. I used to like this a lot less, but over the years I'm starting to like Scream 2 more and more. It's a very cool movie. It's actually a nice follow-up to the original Scream movie. It's bigger, it has a nice setting at the campus. Now, spending years on a campus myself, I actually like campus slashers a lot, and this is a very good campus slasher. I also think the character Sidney Prescott is a much cooler final girl in this one than in the first one. The kills are more brutal. It's more a thriller movie, I think, because the certain scenes, the suspenseful scenes, are very suspenseful. Very, yeah, you feel the thrills. Like the CC phone call scene, one of my favorite scenes in the whole franchise. But also when Dewey gets attacked, also a very thrilling scene. And a good killer reveal, actually. So yeah, Scream 2, a very great Scream movie. I like it every time I watch it a bit more. At number 2 is my favorite sequel of the Scream movies, and that is Scream-Forum, or to simply say it, Scream 4. Scream 4 came 10 or 11 years after the third Scream movie, so it was really a comeback to Woodsboro, and this movie feels like this comeback. And why I love Scream 4 so much is that Williamson and Craven played with the expectations of the audience. Like, the whole movie you think this is gonna happen, this is gonna be the new final girl. But then, no, she's not the final girl, she's the killer. So, yeah, that was a big shock for me. The killer reveal is excellent in Scream 4. I did not saw that coming, and I still remember when I first saw Scream 4 and that moment came when the killer put her mask off. And that was a big shocker. And I really like this killer. This is my favorite killer of the whole franchise. And yeah, Scream 4, it has a bit of a lighting problem. It's a bit very flashy. But besides that, I think it's a very great slasher movie. It's a very interesting slasher film to speak about. Certainly about the whole aspect of the final girl and the killer. I think this is a very interesting movie, and yeah, it's a yearly watch for me. I can watch Scream 4 over and over again. This is my favorite Scream sequel. But yeah, number 1 is of course the original Scream movie from 1996. Scream is a very important movie for the horror and specifically for the slasher genre. Because if you remember the 90s, well, I did not remember, I was not born there, but the 90s horror was very weak. It was a dying genre, to say it like that. And then in 1996, Craven made Scream, and the slasher genre revived again. It was once again very popular. And what makes Scream so good is that the characters in Scream acknowledge the slasher tropes and acknowledge the slasher films from the 80s. So Scream always played with those conventions of the genre and the rules. So, and that's what makes this movie so innovative. But Scream is a very good movie. It's my favorite horror movie of all time, and I think that will always change. One of the first horror movies I ever saw, and yeah, it always sticked with me. From that opening scene, greatest opening scene ever to any movie, one of the best scenes ever. That opening scene is so incredible, and the characters, so many iconic scenes in this movie. The kills were very great, but especially the third act. The third act, when the masks fall off, it's one crazy act, and I love it. Especially with Stu. Stu goes so over the top. Yeah, yeah. Thinking about Scream makes me happy. So yeah, it's obviously the best Scream movie and my favorite horror movie by extent. So yeah, guys, this was my ranking of all 6 Scream movies. I hope you enjoyed my ranking. Always be free to give your ranking in the comments. If you like this video, give a like. If you want to see more content of me in the future, please subscribe, and till the next time.